Right, hello and welcome. Welcome to the first outdoor trip in 2024. It's January the 6th and the weather is absolutely gorgeous today. Sun's out, blue skies, it's a bit chilly. Everywhere is absolutely soaked through. We've had nothing but back-to-back storms over the past 6 weeks or so in the UK. So, as I said in the last video, it makes it really difficult to get out and do any outdoor stuff. A, because it's just muddy everywhere and it's not very comfortable, and B, it's just, you have to take so much gear to try and keep dry if you're camping out or even just doing a little bit of glamping out as well. So I'm here at the Shepherd's Hut. I'm here for tonight, so I'm here to do a bit of HF radio, bit of cooking. I've got an active antenna to set up. It's only arrived today. I don't know how it works, so that's in the bag. So hopefully we'll enjoy a wintry evening with a wood fire, some slow cooking and some radio. You know, it makes sense. So the Land Rover is back on the road. We've had about 4 or 5 weeks of repairs on it. First of all, I had on the front prop shaft, some of the bearings went on that, so I had them replaced. I've had the front bearings and the front 2 wheels replaced, and also the power steering, and the power steering needed some new pipe work, so that's in now. Fingers crossed that's the last bit of work for a while on Trigger's broom. Hopefully it won't need any more, because it's just always emptying your wallet out. But it's part of the arrangement, it's part of the deal. When you have a Land Rover like this, 20 odd years old, things are going to start wearing out. So hopefully that's the last of them. I had a run of them, which kept me off the road a little bit the past few weeks, but we should all be sorted now. Right, I'm going to make use of the sunlight. I'm going to make use of the sunlight now and just set up an antenna. One of the antennas, I'm going to set up the M1 ECC antenna just on the... I set up the tripod actually. Set up the tripod with the M1 ECC antenna. Get that set up. Get some wood on fire. Get in there warmed up a little bit. And then in a bit I'm going to have a look at this new active antenna, and I'll go over a bit more detail of that in a few minutes. But let's get to work. Right. It's never easy, is it? When I tested the antenna outside, it was at 1.2 to 1, so it was like, you know, pretty good SWR, pretty good tuning. It was in tune. I've run the cable into here, plugged it into the back of the HLA amp to give me about 90 watts, hopefully. However, when I do a test transmission on the radio, it sends it triggers the safety mechanism inside the amp as if the antenna's not in tune, or something in the antenna line is not working, which is frustrating because I haven't touched the antenna since, so it's got to be something to do with the feed line. There really isn't much wrong with that. 1.4 to 1, 1.4 to 1 to this point here on the, to this here, so it's 1.4, which is okay, because it could be this, it could even be that's causing the problem. There's a drop just after the band, I don't know if you can see that or not, so I'm going to make it a little bit longer, and hopefully that'll drop down a fraction, so then with either of these patch cables, anyway, hopefully the SWR will drop across the whole band, because what might be happening is as I'm doing a sweep with the let's just retune it a bit anyway, we'll see. I've moved the antenna away from some of that metal work there. My thinking is, I don't use 40 meters very much on this antenna, and with 40 meters, because it's a bigger bandwidth, it can play up a bit more, is my experience anyway. So I've moved away from that metal work, and then I stuck on a common mode choke as well at the end of it, just in case, with it being 40 meters and 40 meters being a bit of a funny band, especially with a compromised antenna near you know, your coax and near all metal work. So stuck on a common mode choke. Turn the radio power down a little bit as well, so I'm getting about 70 watts out of the amp, and it's not triggering that alarm as yet. So fingers crossed. I mean, I'm not going to be working pile-ups anyway. I'm just going to have a brew and put the fire on, chill out a bit, maybe make 1 or 2 contacts. But really what I want to try out today is this exciting looking thing here. So let me just sit down and I'll just show you what it is. Steve, you are making a mess. Right. Steve, leave it. Steve. Right, come on. Just don't mess with the camera. Right. This is the MLA 20. Let me just check the details again. Steve, leave that camera alone. The MLA 30 Plus. It's a ring active receive antenna. It's meant to give me from 100 kilohertz to 30 megahertz, and basically, Steve, don't. Steve, leave it. So basically, in this is a proper unboxing or unbagging, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, what's this? Look at that. Not interested, are you? So basically I get the ring bits, some feed line with a this I take it is that will attach to that. This is USB powered on the other end, USB. So basically this gives me the ability to send a current into the antenna, and then it's just a wideband broadband receive antenna is the plan. It's just a case now of just putting this together. I need to find some way of sticking this up into the air tonight, hanging it off something maybe. We'll see. We'll see, eh, Steve? What do you reckon? Not interested, are you?
Golf 8 KW from ON3D. Very good evening to you, Richard.
KW. Yes, I wish you a very good evening, and we'll work again one day, no doubt. All best to ON3DVD from KW.
Bye-bye, have a great evening.
Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango.
Den 5 dB 1 Shortwave durchsagt.
Tagesschön 172 bei in Berlin an, im Zweiten See, in Berlin. Mein Name ist Herbert, Hotel Eco Romeo Bravo, Eco Romeo Tango. Gut, ja, wie gesagt,
what's going on with the cats?
30 über 9 digitalen Antenne. Vielleicht kannst du
Steve.
ein bisschen was erzählen über deine
And
Antenne.
I think that might be Ruby, I think.
Da gibt's da nichts 100 Kilometer an Klappe.
That's just that's just not right, is it?
You Charlie, okay mate. Yeah, the winter is definitely in the land. The winter is definitely coming over.
Yeah, Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango.
CQ calling CQ, calling CQ, calling CQ 140 meters, calling CQ 40, Echo India 0, Charlie Lima calling, CI 0 CL, calling CQ 140 meters, and standing by.
Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango.
Question mark Zulu Tango, go ahead.
Yes, it's Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango. The name is Carl. You are 5'9" into just in between Manchester and Birmingham. Yeah, Roger, it's right, yeah. So there is definitely something wrong with this setup. Just about to make a contact, and the this amp is triggering again. I'm receiving really strong, but when I'm transmitting, it's definitely not. It's definitely not happy at all. I mean, I might just work on 10 watts for now. But that's very strange how I wonder if the antenna is too close to this building that has got a lot of tin on it, a lot of metal around it. I wonder if it's just that I need to put the antenna further away. Maybe there is getting RF in here. Maybe something's... The amplifier isn't happy about something, that's for sure. So that's disconnected now. Got this connected directly through the common mode choke with a line isolator. And then when I do an SWR check on this, it's telling me that it is 3 to 1. It says it's 3 to 1 when I put a little bit of wattage up into the antenna. On the analyzer it tells me on 1.3 to 1. So that tells me there's some sort of reflection thing going on still. Again, 40 meters, I've not tried it with this antenna in this sort of setup, so I've got a feeling that it is the antenna too close to all this metal work and it's just reflecting back somehow. Yeah, I think. I've got a cat in the seat there as well. So, okay. So maybe when I'm doing 40 meters, I perhaps just, when I'm in here, better off just putting up the end fed on the pole, have the end fed up, and use the shorter antenna close to the building, 20 meters, 10 meters, 17 meters, all those ones seem to be okay with this amp as well. So another lesson learned. Thank goodness for reusable tie wraps. This is PVC, so it is a bit close to here, but should be okay. It's 1 o'clock. Right, tonight's tea is going to be chicken cooked with a chili pepper, onion, garlic. This is basically it's like a mix of spices. So that's a mix of Moroccan type spices, a bit of salt there, a bit of coriander. In here already I've got cumin seeds and a stick of cinnamon. So basically I'm going to be, I'm also going to add, towards the end, I was going to add some fruit in there. I was meant to bring some dried fruit to put in, but I didn't bring any, so I'm going to chuck in some of this fruit I've got left over to add a bit of sweetness in there. So it'll be slightly spiced with sweet, and the tomatoes will also have their own sweetness to it. That should be quite nice. And then I bought a big bag of veg. We're going to cook that hopefully on the water that's boiling over there. So onions, garlic, the big chili peppers, but I've taken out some of the white flesh in case they're hot or not. I don't know, sometimes you get chilies and they've got no heat in them, but I've taken out some of the white flesh just in case they are too hot. So I don't want it to be a hot meal. I'm going to add some of this. I'm going to add some of this spice, mixed spice. And then also add some ground coriander. So I've chucked in about 2 teaspoons of that, 2 to 1 for now. I just want to start these off because everything's going to be slow cooked, so I don't really want to be overcooking everything. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt from my this little selection here. This salt's from Spain, from Mallorca. I need to put that into a little container. This is a knife that was given to me to review a few videos ago, and it's an excellent knife. I'll put the details in the description. It's an excellent all-rounder actually. It's nice and sharp, but also allows me to get and do other things as well. So it's an excellent all-rounder. There's probably enough for 2 people there actually, but there's just me and the cats. Excellent. Right, let's get the lid on. It's the most excellent South African Shiraz. Okay, should be ready now. Well, that's tea. Right, so this is the active antenna that's plugged into my power bank. Let's just noisy. Awful.
Golf Lima Radio, Golf 0, Delta, Japan, Quebec, over.
Where's all that noise coming from? That's terrible.
Sugar 51, Canada, Kilo. Sugar 51, Charlie, Kilowatt, contact.
چه توصیه‌ای دارید؟ این موضوع بسیار جدی.
We'll see different scenarios that might happen down the road. But we receive.
This is to any music geeks out there. This is a Midi guitar, so 6 strings. So 6 strings on there, and basically you plug it into a computer and you can play it like a guitar. Or you can just retune it on the laptop or on the iPad. So this is tuned in It's like Nashville tuning, like different type of tuning, but you can get all sorts of. You can make it sound like how you want then. Quite nice. Right, good morning. So the active receive antenna I thought worked really well. A little bit noisy, but there is a little bit of noise around here at times. But it's definitely something I want to play around with a bit more, so I'm quite happy with the receive antenna. But the usual antenna that I use for playing radio with it's been an absolute pain, because 40 meters just wasn't working at all. On the meter it looked like it was tuning in, but when I was sending a signal to it, I was getting quite a high SWR. The same with 20 meters, just tuning in on 20 meters. It's not tuning in very easily either. Normally you can get a nice curve that you can just move up and down the band as you're tuning the coil, but today it's all iggly-piggly, and it really is difficult to tune in. When I got it to the lowest SWR and plugged it into the radio and used the sent a signal through the radio, the SWR lifts up again. I've checked. It might be the length of it might be the length of this feed line. It might be just the wrong length because I've not used this feed line before. So it could be the feed line somehow. The ground is absolutely soaked out there. I mean, it's the water sitting on the surface. But I thought that would improve things. I've moved the counterpoise and moved the ground around a bit better, so it's not needing metal work. See if that makes a difference. Hasn't made a difference. So a complete mystery. I think next time I'm going to put this away, and I'll use the same feed line. I used the same feed line as I did when I was in Wales last week. That worked okay. That tuned in and was absolutely fine. Whereas this just hasn't worked for me at all. But it's been great getting out. I've really enjoyed it. Food last night was lovely. Just relaxing, playing with radio, playing with antennas, wood fire, happy days. So thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video, so bye bye for now.